Hey, this is Nate with Boyko.com. I'm here at the Huntington Beach Ultimate Training Center with Sebastian Lopez. How's it going, Sebastian?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good.
Now, Sebastian, you're the California Cruiserweight Muay Thai champion, and now you're making a transition to MMA. What's the reasoning behind that?
I love Muay Thai, but Muay Thai just doesn't pay the bills. You know, MMA, there's more money, like 3 times more than I was making in Muay Thai. So, you know, I gotta. If I want to do this as a career, I gotta. Whatever's gonna pay rent, put food in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
this is
pretty much it.
Sorry. So this is gonna be a permanent transition?
Yeah. I mean, I want to do some more like Thai fights overseas. I'm trying to go to Thailand at the beginning of next year and stuff like that, and just because I just love Muay Thai. But unless they start, you know, picking up paying fighters that they deserve, you know, Muay Thai, then I'll go back to Muay Thai. But right now, you know, gotta pay the bills.
Now, what was that got you into Muay Thai?
Nothing really. It was just by accident. I came here. I was going to school here in Long Beach State, and had a friend that was fighting for the gym here, and he was like, "Hey, just come work out with us." And I was like 225 pounds, just drinking, partying, you know, college life.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get in shape, and he's like, "Just come work out." And I didn't want to fight. He's like, "Just come work out. You'll get in good shape. Just take kickboxing classes, and you know, you'll lose weight quick." I'm like, all right. Started eating a little better. And about a year into it, they're like, "Why don't you start sparring?" Rob McCullough and Jed Lara, who were actually my trainers, they're like, "We need some guys to spar with." I'm like, "Nah, I didn't want to spar. I just wanted to just get in shape." And then one day they finally talked me into sparring, and I did it, and I liked it. And we put you in a little smoker, you know, amateur smoker fight. I go, "Nah, I didn't want to." It took them a couple months to convince me. I finally did one. I lost, but I lost to a guy who had about 4 or 5 more fights than I did. And I lost a decision, and I was like, man, that was fun, but if I'm not gonna do it, I want to end like with a win at least. And I won, and I beat the guy in 65 seconds in the first round, and that was like the best feeling in the world. So that was it. That's it. I'm gonna do this for a while. And after that, I just got bit by the bug and just stayed with it and started teaching here. Quit my job. I got my degree from Long Beach. I don't even use it. Had to quit my other jobs and just started teaching here, and so I'm here more, I'm able to train more, and that's it.
That just shows what dedication, you know, brings. You know, he came in here not expecting to fight. As soon as, you know, he said the bug bit him, you know, now he's training here. He's a trainer here, and he's a pro fighter now. Now, your next fight is going to be July 17th, right?
Yes, sir.
And your opponent just got changed. Can you tell us who your opponent's going to be?
I just found out. I heard a name last night, and they confirmed it just about an hour ago. The name's Boyko Ranchev. I don't know much about him. I know he's a kickboxer also, so it should be a good matchup. Good, nice, brawling, you know, good toe-to-toe fight. I don't see it going to the ground. I've been working on my ground tons with Brady Fink and Justin McCulley and all the wrestlers here, so just in case. But because originally I was supposed to fight a jiu-jitsu guy and a wrestler, so I was training for that, and now they changed my opponent, and apparently he's a kickboxer from Bulgaria, so hopefully it should be good. And if I want to take it to the ground, at least I know that I can take it to the ground now, you know. Yeah. But I plan on staying on my feet and banging it out.
So you're not one of those guys where you're worried that the fight is going to get to the ground. You feel confident enough that if it does get there, you're going to know exactly what to do?
Yeah, I mean, I got good guys training me, good team, bunch of training partners, you know. When we do our wrestling jiu-jitsu, it's about 8 guys I'm training with. So, and they're kicking my butt. Like I'm exhausted right now. They work me, so I know that and I hate it. It sucks. I go home all pissed off, and I come to train like, oh man. But all said and done, it's like, man, like, you know, it's awesome because I know it's gonna help me be ready for the fight. Oh, you know, even over prepared, you know.
Yeah. Now, is the ground game the biggest difference besides in the training besides from Muay Thai and MMA? I mean, obviously that's a difference, but is there anything else that's really different?
Yeah, a lot of just little habits that you get when you're doing Muay Thai. When you Muay Thai, you stand tall, and you know, and MMA, you can't stand tall. You need to suit taken down. If you're on your back, you don't know what to do. You're just like a turtle. You don't know what to do, and you're gonna get pounded out. You know.
Now, you mentioned that you kind of, you know, done with the whole Muay Thai thing, and you're still the cruiserweight champion, you know, California. Now, what would it take?
Thai, California State Muay Thai Association. Yeah. There's like tons of different.
Yeah, for people who don't understand Muay Thai, there isn't. It's not like in MMA where there's a couple, you know, big organizations, and then you could claim their belt. There's tons, and then there's tons of divisions. So the California State Muay Thai Cruiserweight Champion. What is it going to take you to come back to that at all? I mean, because you said it's your passion.
Yeah, when they make it worth, you know, when they make it worth your while, you know, like honestly, when I won that belt, I only won like $500.
Yeah.
And I mean, to win a belt, like, yeah, you think you'd win some, you know? I made more in sponsors.
Yeah.
So, if they start making it, you know, paying as much as MMA, then, you know, I will. I mean, I still go and I'll just Thai box, sparring all day, you know, train, because I love it. But if it's a fight, like, I gotta make it where it'd be enough to pay bills, pay rent, you know, and, you know, take care of me for a little bit too, you know?
Yeah. Now, do you think the sport of Muay Thai is actually heading in that direction, or do you think it's kind of still at a stalemate?
I think it's still kind of stale, because like a lot of the shows that are happening right now, the guys are still getting paid the same. They're getting paid years ago. When the Contender came out, Muay Thai, I was really excited about it. Oh, you know, it's gonna get big, but they only showed like half the season on TV or something. So that sucks. But I did the World Combat League for a while, and that was fun. It's all stand up, you know, Muay Thai guys against karate guys, or whatever, which is cool too. Just I don't agree with some of the rules they have. It kind of takes a lot of stuff away from the Thai fighter, favoring karate guys and stuff. But it's still fun doing. I mean, they take care of you. They pay you pretty good there, so they pay as much as about MMA fights, you know. Yeah. So that was cool, but like I said, here in the United States, I don't know. I don't think Muay Thai is gonna really get paid much. I think you have to go to like Holland, Europe, Thailand, or I heard, I've read a lot that Muay Thai is huge in Australia, so I'll go to Australia for a while.
Now, you said you got your degree and everything. A question we like to ask everybody is, you weren't a professional fighter, what would you be doing with your career? I mean, would you be using that degree?
That's a good question, man. At first I moved out here to become like, working like film and stuff. I was like writing and stuff. And then I worked at a radio station in Northern California, which is a big rock station, and I moved out here. I figured I'll be worth more money if I have a degree, you know. I started doing this like maybe a year, 2 semesters before I graduated. So by the time I was walking to graduation, I already had a fight like 2 weeks later. So it was already kind of like, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have found something to do with my degree, maybe like teach or something. 'Cause I had an English degree, so I'd do some teaching or something. But right now, none of that interests me. It's like I wouldn't be happy. I'd be miserable if I was a teacher or something like that. I'd be, no offense to any teachers out there, it's awesome, but it's just not for me. I need something more exciting and stuff, you know.
Now, this is going to be your second fight coming up. What are the differences you see from your first fight to your second fight now?
The way I trained a lot harder. Because the last fight I was kind of just worried, like, oh, I'll just work a little bit of takedown defense and then just try to beat this guy on my feet. But the guy was a big guy. They'll find a guy with a weight class heavier than me. Last minute, you know, the way promoters do. Got thrown a curveball at weigh-ins, but figure out, you know, screw it, I'm going there and take this guy head off. But and he trained for a kickboxer, so he was just bigger, stronger guy. Figured if I had better ground technique, I could have the outcome would have been different. But no, unfortunately, I didn't. You know, I lost that one. But this one coming up, I think I'm gonna be really prepared for either stand up or ground. You know.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sebastian Lopez. This is Nate with Boyko.com. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks, and best of luck in your next fight. Make sure to check it out July 17th.
Thanks.